turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
When your home fills up with family, Aloe Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Aloe Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Aloe at 866-481-2556 or visit aloefiber.com.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last. Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through November 12th is $2 off all crackers, $2 off on grind, $3 off on salami, and buy one, get one free on stew beef. Limit of 2. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Highway 2 in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. Hey guys, it's Nick. You know how much I love beer, and this game day, show your Husker pride with Dear Old Nebraska Brew, the official beer of the Nebraska Alumni Association. Brewed by Nebraska fans, for Nebraska fans, Dear Old Nebraska Brew is your go-to for every kickoff, touchdown, and celebration. Whether it's tailgating, watching the game at home, or gathering with friends, this beer is there to bring that perfect game day refreshment. Dear Old Nebraska Brew embodies the spirit of Nebraska with every sip. So crack one open and let the good times roll. Dear Old Nebraska Brew, the official beer of Nebraska alumni. Please drink responsibly.
Cyber threats are everywhere. When is the last time you stopped to think about how you're protecting your business from potential data breaches, phishing scams, or ransomware? It's time to make cybersecurity a priority for your business. At Hamilton, our unmatched expertise and cutting-edge technology goes beyond basic defense, providing proactive, tailored solutions that keep your data, network, and digital assets protected. Better protection, better cybersecurity with Hamilton. Visit our website at hamiltonisbusiness.com to learn more.
Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? Jay Foreman, DP Austin on this Thursday. A little chilly outside. First brisk day here in Lincoln after 80-something degrees and 80-something mile-an-hour winds earlier in the week. But we're the Old School crew brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, 85th and Andremat, and 168th and Maple up there in the O. It is Halloween. And, you know, get right into it. Obviously, the World Series ended last night. One of us said it was over. I knew it was over. I'm going to keep telling you this right now. You hear about Samson back in the biblical, right? Cut his hair, his powers are gone. Garrett Cole's power is gone in pressure situations ever since that beard is gone. The Yankees need to put an amendment in their I guess facial, they won't let you have any hair on your face. That man needs his beard back ASAP.
At least some scruff.
You need a compromise. DP would be 5 o'clock shadow.
What game did you watch?
Well, Garrett Cole. I've watched Garrett Cole ever since he's been in Houston.
Did Garrett Cole make 4 of the dumbest professional baseball plays?
He made the one.
Who
said Bill Buckner before we left?
That man.
Don't call me a prophet. Just call me Jay.
You know what I'm saying? That was really?
Garrett Cole under pressure. Well, here's where Garrett Cole really lost his power. When the sticky powder, sticky substances, the spider tack, under pressure, Garrett Cole, sphincter muscle.
How many pitches was he supposed to make?
It's not about the pitches. He was dealing, and you know what? It's commendable that he got him to the 7th inning. But Garrett Cole, you know what's on the back of the New York Post? Here's looking at you, the Yankees. But you know what though? All jokes aside, the Yankees' mistakes are the mistakes that the Derek Jeters and those guys wouldn't make. Overall, it's their fielding, it's their attention, it's the small details. It's the small details. Mm-hmm. Even during the year, I remember they had a thing on I think Sports Center, or maybe I probably saw it online. Probably when I was on the porcelain throne. I can't even lie to you. I can't even.
Is that
lie.
where you consume most of your baseball content?
I watch it. I mean, but this in particular thing, I think they went through a compilation of their base run. Remember when they went through like a couple weeks where they kept getting picked off at first? Mm-hmm. It was more or less than that, and that's just attention to details. Probably some of it, but either way, it was a.
I mean, I'm not a Yankees fan, so them losing I ain't got no skin in that game. Listen, you got to make plays. Like it's just like in football. Talk about the hustle. Talk about sometimes your playmakers got to make plays, and the 8 behind you
got to make plays.
Got to make plays. I mean,
Judge got to make that.
He should have never been in the situation. Those plays, whether it's a ground ball to short, ground ball to second, misplayed, Rizzo doing what Rizzo did. Like you can go through a whole series of those moments,
right?
And I mean, he battled, which is all you want from a starting pitcher.
Yeah,
that's
this late in the season, that's what you need.
Yeah, and so I looked at it and just went, well, it's a generational team. The Dodgers did what they did, and you had a series from Freddie Freeman that we've never seen before.
Yeah, he got hot.
We've never seen, and to know that he's not the best player on that team. He's not the second best player on that team. He's not the third best player on that team. He might not be the 4th best player on that team. Yeah. And that's how deep that Dodger team is. That you talk about what money can do. Those two franchises,
they go back and forth.
Yeah, they went deep with it.
The Yankees open their purse strings, but I think that the difference is that when you play a team like the Dodgers, and listen, the Dodgers were compromised. Last year. I mean, Ohtani was just. I mean, look, rightfully so. I mean, obviously he's got a significant shoulder injury that he's probably going to have to get fixed. You just can't you can get away with some of those mistakes, like if you play like the Royals, because they don't have the type of depth, and they're not as talent rich as the Dodgers. It just came back to bite them. And it probably, I mean, let's be honest, the Dodgers were probably the best team, but the Yankees are there close. It's going to be interesting how they approach this offseason, because the bigger question is, DP, is with a guy like Juan Soto, right? You win a championship early, you get back to the championship, you're obviously immensely talented. It's not a money thing. It can't be. You're gonna get. Is Scott Boras his agent?
Yep.
Okay, so money is not even in the equation. Do you think he goes and tries to be the guy, I guess, like the Mets still have talent, so he's not going to go to a small market. Do you think he's going to go maybe re-up with the Yankees and start to chase that long-term legacy? Or does like a Seattle come out of nowhere and get Cano, and then Cano's way up there? Now, granted, the PEDs and stuff did him in, but ultimately he left a place where he could have maybe cemented himself in baseball history with the Yankees, and then he went up to Seattle. And now he ran into a little bit of trouble.
I mean, we're at a point in at every level of sport where how people make their decisions about who they're going to do business with is seen and talked about, and nobody knows what. I'm not sure Juan Soto knows what he's going to do.
Yeah, well, it's too early too.
Right?
I mean, it's
because we don't know who's going to come up and just say, okay, simply write your number down. We want to make you the highest paid player, and here's the funny thing: that could be the Dodgers.
Yeah,
that could be the Dodgers. That could be the Angels. It could be Atlanta.
There's always a sneaky one.
Well, to me,
Houston.
Atlanta and Houston are the ones, because if you imagine Houston, Juan Soto in that building.
Oh yeah,
Juan Soto in that building,
where he doesn't have to play defense.
Juan Soto in that building, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So to choose where you want to go and who you want to play with, culturally, he knows that he's got people in Houston. The same thing can be said for the Texas Rangers, right? Recent World Series champion. And then, oh, by the way, he could go back to DC.
Yeah.
And if you think you have young people and a whole stock full of cash for you to be comfortable in, he knows, one, he can get in and out of the country. He can do what he wants to do. I'm not sure I don't know why the Mets feel like they're the front runner, when in truth, Jay, if it's you, Austin, if it's you, and you're already in the Yankees, you're dating Halle Berry.
Right. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, we got a good text here. You know, Eric and Lincoln. He wants the White Sox. Here's what happens with these guys, with these really, really special players. It's the known people. I mean, he said he's open for business for all 30 teams. That was actually pretty funny. Mm-hmm. Hey, listen, I'm open for business of all 30. Come on.
Yeah, I'm listening to everybody.
But it's down to about 6 major players right now, and there's probably 4 that are for real. You know what I mean? We could probably say,
Yankees.
Okay, Yankees, Atlanta, maybe the Dodgers, right? And just say Houston and the Rangers, just kind of they're one. The thing is, there's always going to be somebody sneaky, like this comes out of nowhere.
I think we left out 3 pretty major ones.
Philly is at the top of my list.
You think he will go? You think he's going to want to go to Philly?
Oh, if Bryce Harper went to Philly and signed that contract, Juan Soto will go to Philly and sign that contract in a heartbeat. I think the Giants want to make a splash. They're always chasing, but they won't get him. Philly, the Giants, and then I said the Cubs already. So
I don't see him in Chicago. I just remember traveling with the Nets, and matter of fact, it was in Chicago and at Wrigley. He wasn't enjoying himself.
I would say they'll make a run. They won't get him either.
But that's what I'm saying, making a run, but actually Mets. Being serious. It's always. I think there's always that one team that comes out of nowhere that negotiates behind the scenes, and then he maybe end up there. It's going to be interesting to see where he goes, because if you go to somewhere, like here's what I'm going to ask you. So the difference between Houston, which is essentially championship ready, right? Mm-hmm. That you just plug and play, you're going to take them probably to Dodgers level, just like that, considering that they make the right move. But then if you go to the Rangers, who maybe aren't championship ready, might need some other moves to go with it, is more or less what risk he wants to take, because he's getting the money anyway.
You're going to, the difference in having Alvarez, Altuve.
Oh, I know.
Bregman.
I think Bregman's gone.
Well, no. Well, Bregman's only, if Soto shows up, Bregman's not going anywhere. Bregman has a full understanding that, wait a minute, if he and Altuve get to be 1 and 2 in the lineup, neither one of them is going anywhere. You wouldn't be able to forklift them out of there.
Well, I mean, let's for just.
Well, that's been the conversation has been that Bregman was going to go to New York because that was going to be the thing. That was going to be the move. Bregman, his agent, also mentioned that the Dodgers immediately plugged in and said, hey, this is a consideration. Do this. And his significant other is all about Los Angeles. So it made perfect sense. Except if you go and make the commitment that you're trying to win chips the next 2 years, and Juan Soto is the statement, because there's nobody else available in baseball that is at that level where you can do that. That Astros lineup of the top 5, hey man, listen, let me talk to you.
Right. And so that's the question I'm getting at is like, where do you like, I mean, it's a great position for him to be in because in this day and age, if it didn't work out you say he took a little bit more risk, and it's not even a big risk to go to the Rangers, or like the huge risk would be going to like the White Sox or something, where it's like, me and Austin are batting right around you. I'm the leadoff hitter. Austin's batting cleanup. You get nothing.
Let's switch that.
Yeah.
You got
it don't matter. We ain't hitting it. I know I can't hit a baseball. Versus you go somewhere like Houston, because he's not. I don't even really think he's even in his prime yet. And that's and I'm saying this.
He just turned 26. He's just entering his athletic prime.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He's so good. Right. So then you ask yourself, okay, well then I could take a little bit of risk because his skill is not going to diminish. It's only going to go up because as he's, seen these pitchers, he's more familiar. He can even get stronger. He can find different ways to work out, and he's excellent. You just wonder with somebody like that what he's going to do, because if he decides to go somewhere that's not the known or one of the big players. You talking about some shockwaves through the MLB?
Well, it's going to happen. That's going to happen, right? I mean, they were talking about the 5 best free agents, and all of them are climate changers.
Well, all of them are Juan Soto.
Right.
You get to number 6.
Right. Like they're all climate changers. And Texter says, what about Trout? It's the same thing because the dominoes and the chess pieces move. That if you said Mike Trout was going to be the starting center fielder for the New York Yankees next year.
But do you trust it though? Do you trust Trout in his body? Not
in New York City with Judge and Stanton.
It's not about him, but I'm saying here's what. Okay, I'll ask you.
You can DH him. You can DH him. You know that you can give the profile management in New York is not only expected, it's preferred because they have 4 guys that they really just need to take some of the wear and tear off. That's just what it is, and nothing would get the Yankees through the offseason but then signing Mike Trout. At whatever number Trout offers, just in jersey sales, ticket re-ups, sponsorships, marketing opportunities.
It would be great. I'm just saying about him being healthy.
I don't think they like the idea of having 4 Jay Foremans in the middle of their
right. That's like great. But also you got to think with the Yankees, there's no direct comparison between Trout and my boy Stanton.
Yeah,
but since Stanton's been in New York, I don't know what the food is, what he's been eating. My man is brittle. Trout, he's had some kind of freak like injuries, right?
Still, he also probably doesn't need to be playing center field to prevent some of that.
True. So you could get it, and then if you need to play him to keep it, just in case, I guess it could help him. Do you think Trout goes back to Philly?
I don't think he goes back to Philly.
Do you think he would?
Although that would make my stomach hurt so much. That would make
because he loves Philly now.
No, he loves Philly. And the idea of him and Harper and who's a little lefty.
And Real Muto and
like it is. There's a word that I want to
Schwarber.
There's a word that I want to use about things that hang in a bathroom.
Okay, let's ask this. Let me ask you this, Austin and DP, real quick before we go to break. In realistic terms, let's take yourself out of the moment. They just lost, but Juan Soto, came in as like a hired henchman. You the GM of whatever team, Yankees, Mets, whoever has the money. You gonna pay this man $600 to $700 million? Yes or no? I don't want to hear the stats, nothing like that. Yes or no?
Can I give you my contract structure?
No. It's 600 or 700 million, Austin. It's 600 or 700 million. It doesn't matter if he gets paid $1 million right now and hits you with the Bobby Bonilla in 20 years.
As
you
GM,
paying him $700 million.
GM, I would be most comfortable getting him through his age 33 season. I'll give him 7 years and north of $50 million per year. But if I have to overpay on the back end to get him for the next 7 years, yes, I will pay him $600 or $7 million.
Thank you.
I mean, so who's in your mind? Who's 3, 4, and 5? If Soto, Trout, in whatever direction, whatever number you want to put them, because I think
I'm gonna pay Soto just based on his age,
because people know if you're doing business, the business side of it. Mike Trout does a certain level of business that nobody else in baseball can do.
Well, it depends on what type of business. If you're doing baseball business or business.
Business.
Oh, well, then I'm going Trout then.
Right. That if you put Mike Trout up on a billboard in Times Square, my goodness, it's an ATM and crypto all working in the same place.
Yeah. But if I'm here trying to win a championship, then I'm obviously going. I think Soto's just, he's not even in his prime yet, dude.
At 26, and I can tell you of the players in the league, he's easily the one that you see with the longest game at the highest level, and so that's a part of it. And I'm not sure for whatever reason. I'm not sure that the Dodgers don't lead the way.
Why not?
Right? Like I'm not sure that the Dodgers just don't say.
Who the Dodgers have with the business, don't you?
The Magic Man.
Hey.
And here's a little sneaky tip. Guess where Magic was last night? NYC. And he was happy too, handing out them $100
right?
$100 bills. The Magic Man is not going to be in New York City for no reason.
Well, he got another ring. He had to secure the ring.
But
he had to secure the ring.
I can guarantee you, he accidentally walked into Juan Soto. What's up, little dude?
Right?
Like, look, tap him on the head.
Grab a seat.
Yeah. How you doing? Look at this.
I'm Magic.
Yeah. Look, I'm Magic.
I'm Irvin.
Yeah.
Call me Magic.
Yeah. You can call me Magic Man.
If you're Magic, who does Magic want more, Soto or Trout? Because
Soto.
Yeah. Oh.
Soto.
Because he's about winning. Yeah. Because they already making their money back once they win those world championships. But if they hadn't won a championship yet, and plus you already got like Mookie Betts that they love out there. But it's hard not to pass up Mike Trout. If Mike Trout was 3 years younger, I would say Mike Trout.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I text line, you tell me if you have all the money and it is in your freedom.
It doesn't matter. The Astros are winning the next year.
They've got to get healthy in so many ways. And let me just say, I think that Alvarez is a top 5 player in Major League Baseball.
Hitter.
Yeah, I mean that's where the bill is. Like Machado's the only guy defensively, and then Ohtani's pitching. But if you said to me, because Manny Machado's so much better defensively than anybody in Major League Baseball.
I mean, Nolan Arenado still exists.
He is
Arenado's legit.
I like Arenado. He is not Manny Machado. Manny Machado is an alien over there.
Do you trust his bat though?
Big moments, Machado. Yeah, Arenado is not in that category.
Not a hitter.
No.
Yeah, Machado's better. I'm just saying.
But who's 3, 4, and 5
for best players in baseball?
Yeah, if you can swap out.
Shohei, Soto, Bobby Witt,
available.
Gotcha.
Available
in free agency. You mean?
Yeah. Like even in because the trade thing will come up. Like Bregman is in the conversation, right? There's some depth, bro. It's gonna be a fun offseason. It's gonna be Trout on a 3 or 5 year deal, Soto on a 10-year deal.
Corbin Burns has been really good.
Burns is. I can't imagine Baltimore not handling that.
This is
Blake Snell.
This is a crucial offseason for Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
It is. My Orioles, and I keep thinking about Eddie Murray and obviously Kyle Ripken, his dad, and all those guys. They were in the dungeon of hell and have one of the best ballparks in the nation, and they couldn't get people there. They have to. I'm telling you, or they're off into the abyss like the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm telling you, they have to win this offseason because the Nats, they will. They went through that. The Nats went, and I'll keep it short. The Nats went through like a weird, and you know this, where okay, they were winning. They're like, oh, that winning thing ain't that fun. Hey, Bryce Harper, thanks, but now, we're back. And then, you know what? They figured, losing sucked, and we lost a lot of money.
It is that outward arrogance that to think that Juan Soto doesn't know any better and he's not going to go anywhere because you raised him,
right.
And then you didn't have the wherewithal, like you didn't love Rendon. You chose to choose Strasburg over everybody else.
That's why I want to ask you real
there's
quick.
An arrogance. There was an arrogance.
Was it too much too quick for ownership and decision making?
100%.
Right. There we go.
100% too much.
Right. Too quick. It was too easy.
Well, because you didn't piece it together that way.
Right.
It just came together that way.
Yeah.
Worth did work.
Yeah.
You didn't expect Soto. Howie Kendrick comes in and carries the load. You get two guys that are still delivering for the Dodgers today. Yeah. Trinan and Hudson come through and do the work for you. And Rendon just shuts up and delivers. And you didn't expect it. Scherzer was a dog. Okay, that was great. You got the rest of that rotation, Gio and company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So baseball does that.
Life came at him too fast.
Well, you got the year of Patrick Corbin's life, too.
Yeah, 100%. The guy
but life came at him too fast.
Yeah.
It did. And it's interesting that with the Orioles, they were like my Buffalo Bills. They were struggling. And then they got a couple guys. Buffalo got Josh Allen. Then you start to get it back together. It's like, you know what? This baseball thing ain't too bad. You know what? These guys ain't too bad. This, having butts in the stands ain't too bad. Selling out peanuts and popcorn. Get your peanuts and popcorn. Anyways, we'll take a quick break. Come back. Jay Foreman, DP Austin. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bozin. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and proud to be involved in our community. Property tax relief is important to every family. Last year, I voted for the largest property tax relief package in Nebraska history, and I will continue to advocate for property tax relief. Vote Carolyn Bozin on November 5th. Paid for by Bozin for Legislature.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy and safe Halloween. With all the parents and kids out and about, they encourage drivers to be careful and respectful of trick-or-treaters. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Across Nebraska, voters will have the chance to end the current government abortion ban. The government shouldn't be making decisions for families' health care, but right now they are. Ending the ban takes 2 votes. A vote against 434, the first initiative, and then a vote for 439, the last initiative. It's only this combination that will finally get the government out of the personal medical decisions of Nebraska families. Voting against 434 and for 439 ensures that when there's a medical emergency, it's Nebraska families who decide what to do, not the government. This vote against 434 and for 439 makes it so our Nebraska doctors can treat every patient. The government put this ban in place, stripping Nebraska families of their freedom, but you can end it with 2 votes. The first against 434, and then vote for 439. Paid for by Protect Our Rights.
The Rabbit Hole Bakery, located at 8th and Q in the Haymarket, is the ideal place for fresh breakfast items or desserts made daily. Cream puffs, cinnamon rolls, carrot cake, sweet potato, pecan cookies, brownies, blondies. Do I need to keep going? What about bread pudding with homemade bourbon caramel sauce? Stop by the Rabbit Hole Bakery at 8th and Q in the Haymarket today to satisfy your cravings. And if you're looking for larger group orders, they do that too. Order ahead on their website at therabbitholebakery.com today.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
This October, the Bonsall Spooktacular 10 event is back with spooktacular savings all month long. Stop by anytime in October to discover incredible deals, including hot tubs as low as $5,995. That's up to 20% off MSRP. Plus, enjoy 10% off infrared and traditional saunas. Don't miss out on these hauntingly good offers. Visit Bonsall Pool and Spa today. Bonsall Pool and Spa, every day made better at 33rd and Pioneers.
With a wide variety of menu options, including the best prime and Wagyu steaks in Lincoln, if you haven't been to Tavern 180, you're missing out. Try any of their steak options paired with one of their well-known martinis, and this will soon become your favorite date night spot. Call your friends for a casual get-together where steak, shrimp, chicken, and tasty cocktails await your arrival. Tavern 180, located next door to Tanner's at 30th and Yankee Hill.
When your home fills up with family, Aloe Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Aloe Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Aloe at 866-481-2556 or visit aloefiber.com.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, we're back. Jay Foreman, DP Austin Norman. Good talk there with the World Series and everything. Seems to amp up, man. I think it's also a huge offseason for baseball to keep up with the buzz. Part of sports now is the offseason. The offseason is, whether it's recruiting, whether it's free agency in the NFL, NBA, or just rule changes, different schedules. You got the NBA obviously starting to have the they have the in-season tournament. So now MLB, when you have the two biggest, they're, franchises city-wise, but then obviously well-known franchises, they better capitalize on this. So if you have to force a couple trades, which is in particular Mike Trout being on the move to create that buzz, it's an opportunity for you to bite into the pie of the where you have the NHL, NBA, NFL, and then obviously MLB to kind of capitalize on it. Because normally when baseball's ready to take off, they have a labor disagreement and they hold out. So they're in good standings there. So it's a good opportunity for them. But
Eric, behave yourself.
What do you say?
Behave yourself, man. Like stop that.
What do you say?
He says he's asked several times, but he wants to know. He said, "I would just love to see a race between Foreman and Stanton around the bases."
You know what, Eric? I could tell you, if I tried to run around the bases, I would probably look just like Stanton. But I can promise you, if I was at second base and I needed to get home, I would have made it home faster than him. But he was running like he's making sure that hamstring didn't pop again.
It looked like young Frankenstein the first time he learns to dance.
Juan Soto looked like we used to have this workout called the circuit when in winter conditioning when we were in college. And I'm telling you, it was more of a see how mentally tough you were as much as physical. It tests your heart. You would contemplate whether you even feel like playing football, or should you be playing football? Will this ever get any better? There's a lot of things that go through your mind. but your legs are so full of like lactic acid and stuff.
Jay Foreman.
It's Halloween. As your
zombies walking by the window.
As your legs are so full, you couldn't even move, and because you have to do 10 squats of like 70% of your max within a minute, and then if you take 55 seconds, you get 5 seconds rest. Then you got to do every body part like that. It's a circuit. You hear that beat. That's what Juan Soto looked like. He was trying to run. He did the circuit and was trying to run around third.
I thought the ball had been bobbled. That's how slow he was moving around the bases. It looked like he was like, oh, this is a piece of cake. Like, this is a win. You ain't got to worry about it.
And it was still decently close.
Well, yeah, it was the thing. If you can get that close and not run him over, that's a whole different deal. But they know what they know.
Yeah, on to the offseason for my brother.
Hey, everybody got to.
Never forget when he used to go by Mike.
Oh, that's so funny.
He used to go by Mike.
I know.
Why would you ever go by Mike when you go by Giancarlo?
Well, when he got that guy down there in Miami out there doing the merengue, he's like Giancarlo was a lot better recruiting tool than Mike. Mike
will
you don't look
Giancarlo.
Like, you know what it is? You don't look like a Mike. We'll leave that right there. We'll table that right there. But we'll take a quick break. Come back. Top of 5 o'clock hour. It's pick'em time, baby. It's pick'em. Big Ten, man. I'm telling you, that SMU game against Pittsburgh. You talking about styles make fights? That Pittsburgh defense is tough. Chief Borders is out there actually playing I saw him a couple plays. SMU is going to be ready. That's going to be probably the best game this weekend. But then styles make fights. We'll pick them at the top of 5 o'clock hour. Michigan and Oregon. I hate to say it. I think Michigan is going to not beat them. It's going to go down the wire. But anyways, we'll take a quick break. Come back. Jay Foreman, DP Austin. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through November 12th is $2 off all crackers, $2 off on grind, $3 off on salami, and buy one, get one free on stew beef. Limit of 2. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Highway 2 in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
People don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions.
This is State Senator Carolyn Bosden. Public safety is important in our community. I have a proven record of protecting public safety. I have prosecuted perpetrators of domestic violence, advocated for the rights of child abuse victims, held sexual predators accountable, and fought to keep drug traffickers off our streets. This is Senator Carolyn Bosden, and I will continue to fight to keep our community safe. Vote Carolyn Bosden on November 5th. Paid for by Bosden for Legislature.
When your home fills up with family, Aloe Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Aloe Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Aloe at 866-481-2556 or visit aloefiber.com.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Cyber threats are everywhere. When is the last time you stopped to think about how you're protecting your business from potential data breaches, phishing scams, or ransomware? It's time to make cybersecurity a priority for your business. At Hamilton, our unmatched expertise and cutting-edge technology goes beyond basic defense, providing proactive, tailored solutions that keep your data, network, and digital assets protected. Better protection, better cybersecurity with Hamilton. Visit our website at hamiltonisbusiness.com to learn more.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Quick segment here. Old school crew, Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Norman. A lot going on, obviously, in MLB. You know what's funny about professional sports? No sooner than the Dodgers probably touched down in L.A. Let me see. They got done. Took about 3 hours to clean up. Got on the plane. Probably left in the middle of the night or right after middle of the night. Landed, gained some hours. Probably about 5 a.m., 7 a.m. West Coast time, probably get back to they go to Dodger Stadium, get their stuff, get their cars and stuff. By the time they got situated, right, with being world champions and, figuring out when the parade's going to be and all that, right, doing all the due diligence, just pick up your phones. Oh, Bray said, we doing business. Hey, congratulations. But you know what? We on your tail. That's the funny thing about pro sports. That obviously it was in the works well before, probably a couple of days, right? But the Braves and the Angels is like, hey, they're doing business. They're doing baseball business. We're going to do business.
They was talking during the game.
Yeah.
during World Series Game 5, they were like, hey, listen.
They probably had a bet on the game. This is what the trade is going to be if the Yankees win, or so and so gets. And I'm just being, Do
you think Shohei's interpreter put money on the game from his
yikes
federal cell?
Yikes!
He better bet He better make every bet on Shohei to get his money back.
Man,
you'd think
it wouldn't have been a bad bet.
Yeah. It's just, it's just interesting that, as soon as a business is done, move on to 2020, 25 that quick.
And I think the Braves got the better of that deal too.
Yeah.
I love me some Soler. Don't get me wrong. Like he, I believe, led the American League in home runs, or at the very least set the Royals record at one point for home runs in a single season. But Griffin Canning's interesting to me. As a former top prospect, 28 years old, Angels couldn't do anything with him. Man, Braves find some of these gems. I'm Team Atlanta on this one.
So what is it about your boy Soler? This is the third time he's been traded in 3 months.
Yeah,
went from San Fran to Atlanta back. Now, granted, he just re-upped with San Fran, but they're like, hey, we just gave you some new money, but nice knowing you.
He's not a good enough hitter to play every day for a championship caliber team. If he has lineup cover, he can be in the bottom of the order. If he's on a bad team, he's going to be your middle of the order pop. But I think he's best as a platoon bat or bench piece. Right now.
Where is if he comes back to the Royals?
If he comes back to the Royals, he is in, again, probably that platoon role at DH. They don't like him in the outfield. But he would probably be the primary DH, but then get days off if they want to give either Perez a chance to DH or Pasquantino a chance to DH.
Yeah, in play. It's all in play.
Yeah.
You know, of course, you know, he's going to get a really ridiculous overpriced offer from the Washington Nationals. So,
is he going to make more than Joey Gallo did this year?
Oh, he'll make way more than Joey Gallo. That above 200 batting average does wonders for the bank account. you can get $5 million and hit your weight. Yeah. Yeah. Solaire's going to be fine. He's going to be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting. The flight from Atlanta to LA, right? They probably landed
I
at the same
assume you
time.
both have flown through both of those airports.
Yeah.
Which one would you rather fly through? LAX or ATL?
Oh,
that's just like what type of diarrhea you want.
Oh,
I mean,
you got to pick one. You got to pick one.
I would say Atlanta because of the food.
Oh,
they got some good soul food restaurants in there.
Oh,
okay.
But man, it's packed and it's hot and like humid.
Hey, you go up those stairs again, Jay.
That dude got a silent but deadly in his mouth.
Oh man,
I farted in this dude's mouth in ATL airport DP.
Man,
but he deserved it.
Yeah.
I don't. So the funny thing, Becky, she pops up Monday night and she says, "Yeah, the series goes back to LA. Do you want to go?" I'm like, okay, that's the easiest question I'm ever going to be asked. Like, you want to just go to World Series? Yeah, we're in. And then immediately you start to process what is required for you to go to a game in Los Angeles. The travel, the airport, the traffic, the hotel prices, the food prices, everything is inconvenient.
So does that mean you're not going to USC?
No, I'm going to Tampa. I'm going to Tampa next week.
Well, USC.
Yeah, next week
against Nebraska.
Yeah, right. I'm going to.
That's in 2 weeks. That's in because they go bye week.
Bye week USC.
Yeah.
So yeah, am I? What am I doing? I'm doing something that week.
The best is when he looks over this. He's really contemplating. Don't know where he's going.
Well, no, I'm trying to remember. Like
So next week you're in Tampa.
For some, I'm in.
Is UFC?
I'm in.
Is it UFC?
No, it's NFL alumni. Yeah, the Niners are down there and playing the Bucks.
Okay.
And there's a fundraiser, and they've got some business dealings that they're trying to put together down there. So they asked for some insight and intel. So I'm going to go down.
So that's next week.
Yeah, next weekend.
Yeah. So then,
and then the following week. What's the date on that? The date probably
November 16th.
For USC is November 16th.
I don't know. I'll know. I'll go back to my office and.
You have to contemplate though, because that's LA.
I would like to go.
That's LA.
But going to LA proper versus Pasadena.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
Like we're gonna traveling to these colleges. I want to stay next to the arena.
Yeah.
Rather than to the airport. And then depending on time of game, because if it's a late game,
right.
Not trying to be, I'm not trying to be down there hanging out. I need to be close to there. I need to be close to my hotel.
Yeah. In case you got to make a run for it.
Like we got to know some things.
Yeah, you got to have a listen. When you go to, this is one thing for sure. When you aren't from LA, they know. Okay, right? If you're not from Cali,
they can identify fresh meat.
Oh yeah.
To dress for media for that game, black, all black.
They just know, people in LA know, they're like, yeah, they're sharks with like blood in the water. Anywhere you go, whether it's to eat, you go check out the beach, if you go out to the sports bar, you better have your mind right how you can get home.
Oh, you know what? Becky and I are, so instead of USC, Becky and I will be UFC John Jones Miocic, New York City.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We'll be in New York City. She won some contest where the hotel was paid for, and then there's a concert that Pink or somebody, and then she of course booked.
Yeah,
she booked Broadway, and then Dana calls. Hey, we got your pass for Bones and Miocic. You down? Yeah. Yeah. I'm there. I'll be sure to have the Huskers on the laptop.
We playing about the same time.
Yeah.
With the West Coast, if it's a late game. Anyways, good first hour. We'll take a quick break. We're going to pick these Big Ten games and the national games. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Orman. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, this is Investigator Joe Villamonte with the Lincoln Police Union, asking you to vote for Carolyn Bosin for legislator. As a prosecutor, Carolyn Bosin has always supported law enforcement to keep our community safe. Carolyn Bosin has the experience we need. Carolyn Bosin is the only choice for legislator to keep our community safe. Join the law enforcement community in voting to keep our community safe. Vote Carolyn Bosin on November 5th.
Paid for by Bosin for Legislature.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see some clouds this morning, give way to sunshine this afternoon. See a high around 56. Tonight, mostly clear with calm winds, and the low around 37. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies. It'll be breezy with the high around 62. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy and safe Halloween. With all the parents and kids out and about, they encourage drivers to be careful and respectful of trick-or-treaters. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot. just north of 48th and Lake, and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Across Nebraska, voters will have the chance to end the current government abortion ban. The government shouldn't be making decisions for families' health care, but right now they are. Ending the ban takes 2 votes. A vote against 434, the first initiative, and then a vote for 439, the last initiative. It's only this combination that will finally get the government out of the personal medical decisions of Nebraska families. Voting against 434 and for 439 ensures that when there's a medical emergency, it's Nebraska families who decide what to do, not the government. This vote against 434 and for 439 makes it so our Nebraska doctors can treat every patient. The government put this ban in place, stripping Nebraska families of their freedom, but you can end it with 2 votes. The first against 434, and then vote for 439. Paid for by Protect Our Rights.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There it is, 5 o'clock hour. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Norman. We are the Old School crew. We are brought to you by the Mercado, and it is pick'em time, Big Ten style. Obviously, the headliner with the Big Ten, big noon kickoff is going to be out there in Happy Valley. We'll do that one. That's the easiest one. We obviously just saw Ohio State up close and personal. They're going on the road at Penn State. This is the if there ever is a time I'm predicting this. James Franklin loses this game, he gone. Not fired. He's gonna find somewhere else to work. If there's ever a time that he can make this is it for him. He's not gonna get many more chances.
Is that statement true if your quarterback's healthy and you feel like you're at your best and playing Ohio State rather than compromised and having an out and an excuse?
I think he's done with the excuses. I think that is a legitimate excuse.
Especially because Aller's been playing well.
Yeah.
Right.
And they've changed their offensive philosophy.
And it doesn't end a lot. This is a rare season where losing to Ohio State doesn't end their season.
Oh, they're still in the mix. So they're playing with house money.
Yeah, they've got 2 hiccups and still will get into the playoffs.
But he needs a signature victory bad.
Well, he needs to beat everybody, not Ohio State.
Yeah.
Right. Who else is on their schedule left in the season that really you kind of circle and go, is there a Michigan, Oregon?
This is it. They play Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
They play Washington.
Mm-hmm.
At Purdue. That's a scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
At Minnesota,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be tough sledding. Then they'll pull away late.
Mm-hmm.
Then they play Maryland.
No, so
this is it.
No, I mean,
for him personally, not for Penn State.
Washington's the real one, right?
That's going to be You can't if you happen to lose this game. My pick is Ohio State. If he happens to lose this game, you can't have a hangover against Washington.
Wouldn't that be absolutely the most James Franklin thing is to beat Ohio State finally,
and then the press conference would be legendary,
and then burp against Washington.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then lose to Maryland, and then Mike Locksley buys all the last bushels of the Maryland blue crab.
He gives himself another 3 years.
Yeah, another 3 years.
Oh,
I'm picking Ohio State. Who you guys got?
I have wavered on this because a part of me wants all of them at one loss to create some end of season chaos. I don't want anybody I want Oregon to take 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is to root for Ohio State so that Penn State
has one,
and it validates Nebraska.
Yeah,
it validates Nebraska, saying, okay, it wasn't just luck. You didn't catch the lightning in a bottle. You actually played up to the level of a playoff caliber team late in the season. I think that matters. So I'm going to say Buckeyes just because they look the part. Austin?
I'm going to say Ohio State because I can't trust Penn State. They haven't done it. They haven't done it since 2016.
Yeah.
2016
Yeah.
is the last time they did it. I would love to pick Penn State because that defense is legit. If Aller's healthy, he's good enough to win them the game. Will he be the reason? No, but he'll avoid mistakes, I think, for the most part. I see this one being pretty low scoring. I don't think this gets into Bama, Georgia territory. I think these two defenses are legit right now.
Yeah.
I think Ohio State, maybe searching a little bit more than Penn State is, but still a lot of athletes, a lot of good players out there. I want to pick Penn State because I would love to see the first, 12-team playoff have Ohio State go on the road. I just don't think it happens. I can't pick against Ohio State when Penn State hasn't proven it recently.
Guys, let me ask you this, because it is a part, right, that some of these first-round playoff games are going to be on campus. And Captain Chaos in me is fully intrigued by the idea of all of those big, terrible weather cities. Like, I kind of want, right? Making them play at the Horseshoe in brutal weather whoever it is, right? Just going.
Send them to Columbus, to Ames, to Provo.
It ain't the weather.
Right. Oh,
It's that
Provo
damn smell.
in January.
Ames
Provo.
got that smell.
Oh no,
You smell like ass.
You going to Provo in January.
They got cow manure up there too?
No, you got all kinds of cold.
Oh, yeah.
You have the real, hey man, we put
And then
heaters.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Let's going to Happy Valley wouldn't be fun either. Going to Happy Valley in January, not a piece of cake. So yeah, I'm kind
All
of
three for Ohio State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll bounce around here. I mean, there's no reason to do Northwestern at Purdue.
No.
Right? That's just
Cats.
the way.
No.
That's not even way.
No.
I guess an intriguing game. It's at 11, more or less, just to validate Nebraska again. Minnesota at Illinois. I'm going to pick Illinois.
I'm seeing Minnesota by 3.
Yeah, they're favored.
How is Minnesota favored on the road at Illinois?
Well, that's why
It's the PJ Fleck effect.
I'm surprised that Minnesota's finest went immediately to Illinois.
Because if Illinois wins, that's better for Nebraska.
Okay. I really,
But I'm picking Illinois for that reason.
Okay.
I'm fully expecting Minnesota to probably end up beating them by like 10 points somehow, some way, and it'd be the ugliest 10-point victory. It's going to be a PJ Fleck victory.
It's kind of weird to not have Minnesota on the Nebraska schedule and be mad about how that game goes.
This is the time of year. This is the time of year that Illinois, remember when
they fade,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's always at home.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when
Mm-hmm.
what was it, Mel Tucker? They just got in a fight with Michigan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they went down there and mollywopped them dudes.
Illinois probably should have won the Big Ten West last year. Let it slip. I think they win. I think it's tight.
All right. Let's go to the next game. This is going to be one here, considering how they played against Iowa. Indiana at Michigan State.
I don't think it's close.
With the backup quarterback.
Yeah,
I think he's out. I think they're going to hold him out again, right?
I thought he was trending to play, but it wouldn't shock me if they hold him out.
Indiana defensively, I just think they're just better enough that Michigan State doesn't have enough.
You're right, because Michigan State doesn't have enough offensive prowess.
Yeah, it just
right. Where Washington, the first play of the game, you just throw a pick six. It's like, damn, we just got off the
on
bus.
A screen.
I'm sitting there like, damn, man, just imagine being over there, just get some Gatorade. Oh, we're gonna run like a little running back take. Nope, we're gonna do screen. Here you go. Defense up, field goal block.
Yep.
Game over. You could have just said, you know what, hey, I'll see you. Thanks for it. We're gonna get home. We're gonna head home. I'm gonna pick Indiana. They're gonna keep rolling, man. I think the game's gonna be tighter than what people think, though. I think it's gonna be a 1-possession game, especially if the backup quarterback plays, because I do not think that they'll be able to run the ball for a half straight like they were against Washington. Michigan State's defense is pretty salty. They're tough. They're just offense.
Where's the game?
At Michigan State.
Yep, East Lansing. Woodshed.
Yeah, it's so silly.
Grass is, they're watering their grass right now too. Just to let
it's probably ankle high already.
Just to let you know.
So petty.
Sparty
is so petty.
Oh, for sure.
So petty.
Comes from Izzo.
I'm still gonna say Hoosiers.
Yeah, you got Hoosiers.
Yeah, Hoosiers by low double digits.
This other game right here is normally this would be a game for the Big Ten West. Is Wisconsin at 6 prime time? Wisconsin at Iowa.
Why would you put that on national TV this year?
I have no idea.
Because your other choice is USC Washington.
I would still.
I would have moved Nebraska or Oregon at Michigan.
Right.
Are they not allowed to play?
Well, they have the CBS window now, so that's why Oregon, Michigan's there.
Yeah. No, move the Huskers game. Let that be. At least that's interesting.
Wisconsin and Iowa. Who you got?
Oh,
this is a hard game. I'm just gonna go. You know what? I'm picking Iowa just because they at home.
I'm picking Wisconsin because I'm never gonna pick Iowa.
I'm gonna pick Iowa.
I'm never picking Iowa.
I don't know. Iowa's got a real good running attack. I don't know how they've been scoring all these points.
In a meaningful game, I'm never picking the Hawkeyes.
I mean, Iowa scored 40 points, 32 points, 40 against Washington, or 20, excuse me, Michigan State.
DP, I'm gonna light you up Monday when
I'm gonna pick Iowa.
I probably should.
I'm picking Iowa, hoping Wisconsin wins.
I probably should pick Iowa, but give me Wisconsin on the road. Iowa didn't gain anything after Northwestern. They didn't show you anything. The way they lost to Michigan State is not.
It was not
great.
Good. Yeah.
It was not great, not good at all. Wisconsin was 1 point shy of Penn State through 3 quarters. Bad fourth quarter. It's part of the game. I get it. But 52-6, 42-7, 23-3 against Purdue, Rutgers, Northwestern. Bad teams. Wisconsin looked good in them. I think they're building enough confidence that I have the upset on the road.
How's that taste, Austin?
Poor.
Yeah, I was going to say, to have the Iowa Kool-Aid on your mouth, that's got to taste terrible.
I picked Wisconsin.
Okay.
I'm going with him.
All right.
No, I'm changing.
Also doesn't feel
I'm
great.
changing.
Okay.
You know what? I'm changing. I'm going with Wisconsin.
Yeah, I was gonna
Iowa.
say,
Yeah, it was man.
Yeah.
It might be early onset COVID or something.
Yep.
All right, here we go. We got Oregon.
This man said.
A new version.
Hey, right.
I got a new version over here.
Right.
I got Oregon at Michigan. Oregon's favored by 14.5 points. Who you got?
I need for Oregon to light them up. I need for them to foghorn, leghorn, take Michigan out back and paddle that behind. This is the humility, the great humbling of Go Big Blue. Take them out back and embarrass them on national TV. That's what I want from this.
But is that what happens?
Yes.
And that's who you're picking.
I'm picking the Ducks, man.
Who are you picking, Austin?
What's the last time Oregon went to the Big House? Anyone remember?
It was Dennis Dixon.
2007.
Hey,
Michigan.
cold-blooded,
Fresh
slew-footed
off
slinger too.
The loss to App State. 39-7 Ducks. Let's see part 2.
You guys are picking the Ducks.
Paddle that.
You're picking the Ducks?
Not by the spread. But
you're picking the Ducks.
Oregon. I got Oregon.
I am.
You are.
Yes, I am.
You are not.
I'm picking Michigan.
No, you're not.
Jay Foreman thinks Michigan won the national title in 97. You heard
I'm picking. Hold on. I didn't finish. I'm picking Michigan to cover. I'm picking Oregon to win.
14
So you and I agree.
Yeah.
You and I agree.
Here's why I like Michigan's going to cover. I do not like Dan Lanning. He has a great story, and you've seen it. It is a great story. It's commendable. I do not like smiley dude up there that tries to say he's not for clicks, and you are for the clicks. If you coach at Oregon, you're for clicks. But I think Michigan is going to take them to a class of 9-on-7 that they have not seen before. So the game will not be 15 points. Oregon will win because they have too much firepower. Michigan's got a heck of a defense, but it's not enough defense. Oregon will win. Michigan will cover.
This is where
But I would not be mad if Oregon just accidentally won by 27 points.
So the spread is 14.5.
Yep.
The over-under is 44.5. So the math says that you would expect a 35 14 Oregon win to cover the over and the spread, right? That's how that math. That if the over under is 45 and you expect Oregon to win by more than 2 touchdowns, 14.5 points. Yeah, it's somewhere around there that Oregon's going to hold Michigan to 2 touchdowns and put up 30 points. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a 16-point win. I would rather have it be 17 plus. So 31-14 is my target.
Will Johnson's still out.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. But they play good D up there.
They do. A couple studs.
And I think they'll just run the ball to kind of to condense the game.
Yeah, I
think eventually Oregon will blow them out. Hopefully.
So I'm gonna. This is a game that I think Oregon comes out. If Oregon comes out and scores 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, it's over. If Michigan can drag them into the mud, I do think Michigan still has enough of that championship DNA and strength that if it's a rock fight, up through halftime, Michigan can lean on Oregon a little bit. So if I'm Oregon, I have to get out to a fast start.
I always play with the over under and the points, because with Nebraska 6.5, the over under 39.5, you're telling me the Huskers win at 23-17.
I was thinking it's going to be 31-13.
Yeah,
that's my prediction.
You played UCLA, right?
No. I don't think. No, that was the year before I got there.
You?
Yeah.
Okay.
They always got talent. They got dudes. I watched them. They got some good couple guys. They play good. They're rolling right now. We just got to tackle well. I'm going 31-13 Huskers on that game.
He's going the over and the spread.
Yeah.
Austin, if the over under is 39.5 and the Huskers 6.5 point favorites.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Again, I go with the number 23-17. Huskers get 2 scores, 3 field goals, 23 points. They hold UCLA to 2 touchdowns and a field goal. 23-17 is what they expect.
So there are 2 ways for this Nebraska game to go. Either it goes like Purdue 2 years ago or Colorado this year. UCLA makes no effort to run the ball. If Nebraska can keep them one-dimensional, obviously that's a help. But if UCLA comes out of nowhere with a Devin Maccabee performance, oh boy.
No.
No. It can't happen. Can't afford it to happen.
Right. Like,
it ain't happening.
I think the Huskers win.
31-13.
Okay. What other games?
27-10.
What
27-10? This is my favorite game right here. Pittsburgh at SMU.
We skipping USC Washington in the Big Ten?
Do you really want to talk about that? You got 2 programs. First of all, I love
just
I'm just going
to say Big Ten picks. We didn't get through the Big Ten.
We're going to be in November. We didn't even do Northwestern Purdue.
I picked Northwestern on the way by.
You're the only one that participated in that. Lincoln Riley doesn't get any love from me because of that brisket he put out on Thanksgiving.
Your boy Jed Fish is coaching this game, Jay.
I was just about to say, Jed Fish, I'm disappointed on his clock management. But you know what? Since you want to do it, we'll do it again. USC at Washington, right?
Yep.
I'm picking Washington. Just because I know Jed Fish knows how to cook a better brisket. Because I've had it before.
In Seattle. Washington's got something to prove. Huskies, baby. UW.
I will say this.
The real UW.
If he listen, if he loses, if Lincoln Riley loses,
we got 3 weeks till Thanksgiving.
He ain't making it.
I'm saying.
They might have a new coach by the time Nebraska plays him.
So this is
it's
USC with a 2.5 point favorite. The over-under is 55.5.
No, defense is optional.
55.5. So we're expecting a 30-28, 30-27,
27-20,
28-27, 28-27 is what they're expecting the party to be at Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And if field goals come into play, I'm going to lean towards the Huskies.
I'm picking Washington.
Who do you want to show up next? Do you want USC beaten to show up, or do you want USC on a win streak to show up.
Oh, since it's Lincoln Riley, I just want them beaten.
Yeah.
I want them to get beat by Washington. Yeah. I want him to have to deal with it all bye week. And then I want the Huskers to go out there and beat the brakes off him then.
He sounds like Robert De Niro from what's the FBI movie where he goes, I want them
I want the family dead.
Like he's going through it.
I want USC.
Jay was feeling that right now.
I want USC destroyed.
All right.
I want them annihilated up there in Washington. Just straight annihilated.
Special.
Obliterated off the planet.
Special run out of here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want that dry brisket that you said like this.
And you want them to limp into next week's game.
Yeah. I want dudes in the portal. Okay. I want dudes making business decisions.
Yeah.
You know what? This is just not for me.
Yeah. And you kind of want Hollywood to not show up.
Well, Snoop ain't gonna be there,
right? Like you want Hollywood to go, nah, dog. We cool.
I want Lynn Swann calling in a favor.
Like I want Will Ferrell to just go, no. No, I'm not coming.
I gotta do a couple commercials again. Yeah, I got a couple Christmas commercials I gotta
I'm not available. This is not happening.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break, come back. We're gonna talk about this. My game I like is there's two interesting games. A little bit later, 6:45, Kentucky at Tennessee. We seen Kentucky ruin my man Lane Kiffin's game. Pittsburgh at SMU. Who would have thought? And it's on the ACC network. Dang. That's cold, right? But anyway, those two games carry a lot of weight. Can Kentucky rain on Tennessee's parade? This is about the game. I got a lot of friends that play at Tennessee. This is about the game that they lose, and then they're like, you know what, we need a new coach. They do it all the time. Philip Fulmer, you went to the SEC championship last year. You ain't winning. You got to go. Then who they brought in to do from his dad was a coach. His dad was a Dooley, Derek Dooley. Remember Derek Dooley?
Yeah.
Hey, Austin, were you watching Sports Day with Derek Dooley against Alabama?
Yeah.
Do you remember that the field goal?
Yeah.
And he just threw the headset off and left.
Well, you know where he got it from. He got it from Vince Dooley. He got it from Vince.
Derek
Vince was prolific.
If texters, can you text in the video of Derek Dooley throwing off his headset? It might have been one of the funniest things ever. Good. He hit that locker room so quick. And the way the headset came off, it was magical. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break. Come back. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. We'll be right back. You find it, Austin?
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and Jay on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through November 12th is $2 off all crackers, $2 off on grind, $3 off on salami, and buy one, get one free on stew beef. Limit of 2. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Highway 2 in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Across Nebraska, voters will have the chance to end the current government abortion ban. The government shouldn't be making decisions for families' health care, but right now they are. Ending the ban takes 2 votes. A vote against 434, the first initiative, and then a vote for 439, the last initiative. It's only this combination that will finally get the government out of the personal medical decisions of Nebraska families. Voting against 434 and for 439 ensures that when there's a medical emergency, it's Nebraska families who decide what to do, not the government. This vote against 434 and for 439 makes it so our Nebraska doctors can treat every patient. The government put this ban in place, stripping Nebraska families of their freedom, but you can end it with 2 votes. The first against 434, and then vote for 439. Paid for by Protect Our Rights.
Hi, I'm State Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised right here in Lancaster County. I understand the value of hard work by being involved in our family business. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. Nebraska families and business owners need lower taxes, more affordable health care, and a great education system. That is why I fought for the largest tax cut in Nebraska history, reduce the cost of health care, and help pass the biggest investment in our public schools. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on November 5th. Paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosden. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and proud to be involved in our community. Property tax relief is important to every family. Last year, I voted for the largest property tax relief package in Nebraska history, and I will continue to advocate for property tax relief. Vote Carolyn Bosden on November 5th. Paid for by Bosden for Legislature.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals. Located in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn. Hey guys, it's Nick. The high school football playoffs are here, and we're continuing our high school football coverage live from Seacrest Field this Friday as 7 seed Lincoln Southeast hosts number 10 Millard North. Kickoff between the Knights and the Mustangs is slated for 7 p.m. as our pregame coverage starts at 6:50. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday from Seacrest Field as we bring you playoff action between Lincoln Southeast and Millard North right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That might be the best. That might be the best high school recruiting story I've heard of all time of a coach. I mean, because
Oh.
You know, you have the one coach that's down in Georgia that recruited the quarterback, and then he got in trouble, and then he was like, that one guy, he started out in the MTV show of Hoover, then he's been everywhere, and he seems like he's kind of a bad dude. DP told us during the break of recruiting, now, we know it all happens. It's going to happen, and it should happen, because if a kid, I'm a firm believer of this, if a kid wants to put himself in the best situation to try to go to college, he has to go where he can, because not everybody can afford to pay for these astronomical prices for college. But DP, bless the people with I've never, listen, I don't know what type of house first of all, I don't even mind that he has the kids live with him. What size of house do you have to have 14 kids living in your basement? Like, is that even like?
And they said
it's either a heck of a house or that's a heck of a house.
Imagine that bathroom.
I don't want to.
They're like you
14
better
teenagers.
No, thank you.
Football players.
Right. You showering at the stadium. Don't come. That's where your shower is.
To understand, and this is 6A, so the highest level.
So which would be
school.
A here.
So A, Class A.
Yeah.
Right. So the coach, who's known, right, had success at some other schools. Fairfax County public school system reports that the school's football program has been banned from postseason. And not from the county, but from the state. The state said, hey, you can't play in this in the playoffs. Fairfax County Public Schools has some issue to it, but because the reports of some 14 players and or families all living in under one roof in one address, transferring in players, the conversations of recruiting within 100-mile radiuses of the
Could it
school.
be? Is it 50 miles? What's the radius?
100 miles is what was actually said.
So no, I'm saying what is legal?
Legal is within your neighborhood. So imagine you're at Lincoln High, and if you live in the zone that is predetermined for Lincoln High School, that's it. You're supposed to go to school at Lincoln High. And I've talked to some young people, and I know that some of that happens here. That, hey, I don't want to play at Lincoln. I want to play at Lincoln. I want to play at Northeast. And so, you go live with auntie or uncle. But in this particular case, they put them all on one roof. And when you talk about recruiting, as you said, in a perfect world, you play for who you want to play for.
Yeah.
But what also happens from equity and equality standpoints, that doesn't always work, because if you're pulling kids from one zone, so let's say it's Lincoln High, and they're all going to North Star and balling out. Taxing and representation and resources are based on where you live, not on where you're going to school. There's a difference between how the zoning happens. And then coaches, of course, and then a family. Like, wait a minute, if I live in Lincoln, in the Lincoln area, and there's 14 kids who came from another place to take my son's spot or my daughter's spot, I'd probably be a little salty over it. I'd probably be a little bitter over it, right?
I mean, and that has happened in different schools around the state.
So the school systems around the country are really going to have to kind of make.
Well, it's got to be state by state, but I'll say, you know what, you got. My solution is, you got to get some dudes in there that are really wanting to get down, really get competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have, say us three are coaches, say there's only three, say we're here in Lincoln, there's only 3 high schools, but they know I don't necessarily have to go play for Austin because I know we got a good program here.
Mm-hmm.
Then the zoning and all that stuff, you ain't got to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Then the main positions would probably would be quarterback, because only one can play.
And so the text says, that Lincoln has open enrollment, so the money would go wherever the student goes. But you also get into the equity, and
you
otherwise
only get one transfer,
right? Yeah. That if everybody's choosing to play for Coach Foreman, there's a reason. There's something good that Coach Foreman is doing. So and as long as the parents are okay with it, then it's a thing.
Mm.
But to say that 14 people who have to go through compliance, like there's paperwork that has to be.
This dude says they just use that address.
Well, but here's the thing:
they ain't moved yet. They just use my address.
If they're using your address, you have to provide documentation that says that they're actually living at your address. And you're beholden to it because that is an allotment of federal and state and district money that you are saying should come to your house and to your people when it's not really coming to your house. It's going somewhere else. And it's taking from somewhere else. So it's all pretty interesting.
You got an interesting text here.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off. 4424 says it happens in Lincoln youth football. Also, it happens at every level of football.
Well, I mean, that's the conversation.
That's why I be recruiting.
Well,
hey, man, you like Big Macs?
Come here.
I got you all the Big Macs you want.
Come here, Fred. No, it was.
I'd be running through them dudes down there. Hey. I'd have it
Jay
all
Foreman football brought to you by McDonald's is
Yeah.
not what I expected. But
What you like?
I'm with him.
Oh no. You know when you get the extra patch on the jersey on the little league jersey, right? You get Chipotle.
Yeah.
You know, I played for the Bills in Lincoln flag football back in the day, Jay.
You did?
I did.
Did you win the championship or did you lose at the championship?
I think we made it to the semis.
There you go. You like Sour Patch Kids?
I like.
What do you like?
You there, Reese's? What are we doing?
Yeah,
we get your own. Look, you got your own NIL care package. Like little Buffy over there is going to get a whole basket.
The recruiting is serious, though. I mean, in everything, whether it's club or not. I mean, like I said, in basketball, I mean, I had kids try to shake me down. I'm like, what you going to give me? A good basketball experience. I could try to get some like donations for you, but bro, you think I'm gonna pay you to play for me? Like, but it happens. Like they'll go and they'll pay for guys and they just play for free.
Well, Hammond Bean says Omaha Scott has pulled people from all over the state for years.
Austin's shaking his head.
And Scott has done the smart thing of capping enrollment, so they stay at the very top of Class B enrollment, never creeping into Class A.
He said, "Hey, that conversation. Hey, listen here. That conversation has been had so frequently in the circles of Austin that you just that's it.
He rolled that out so nicely, so nice.
Do we got any Omaha Scott Catholic?
We can call Coach Renee Saunders.
No, we ain't gonna do that. She's home team. Hey, you guys gonna defend yourself?
I don't.
Going once, going twice.
So
you're guilty.
This is what it comes down to. Like what?
But you gotta do what you gotta do.
But
it is. Oh, listen. If I'm coaching, I'm here to bust your head open.
Just don't care what it takes.
Nah, man. I'm telling you, I've been telling them dudes over there Lincoln High. Hey, they're what I'm doing. Hey, listen.
Call Jay Foreman. He'll get you straight.
Because they don't.
He'll get you straight.
Listen. Do not
800 Foreman.
Listen. You asked me to come over. We're not. I'm not playing.
Oh, they coming. They out. They coming. Oh,
Big Bang Hank. Oh,
come on out with it, Big Bang.
They hit Nick and Pius. Know all about that.
Come on with it.
Is that why they went from B to A? Then they said, "No, we like it back in B."
Oh, everyone likes it better in B.
No, he said
fewer schools.
His text says Nick and Pius knows all about.
That's what Pius did. They came when they had the Hoiberg.
Went to Pius, they said, "Nope, we're good. Thank you."
Right when they had
see you later.
And they went back to B. Familiar territory. I'm just telling you.
We are weird.
But I'm just telling you, man. I know I talk junk about these Lincoln High School coaches. I like them all. Right? They're not bad people. Well, I can tell you, if we in a defensive meeting, you ain't trying to win. You ain't, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is the honest to God truth. Walking around Lincoln, this is the honest to God truth, and this is a whole climate thing. Walking around Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can go to the Malone Center with the Malone Panthers. They do a great job.
Mm-hmm.
You got Tank and those guys. They're building their program,
mm-hmm.
and there is some overlap. Right. And I get it. Right. And then if you walk through North Star, like all the middle schools and all the schools right now, like, you shouldn't be the number. When they came out with the rankings for the playoffs, there's be 3 or 4 Lincoln schools up in there. Period. It starts down off where Nick does a great job down there with Lincoln Youth Football hours down there.
Yep.
It starts down there. And then we're going to take it from there to the high schools and middle schools. And it's all year long.
So I'm and for the old heads, I'm old enough that we played Little League with our neighbors, kids from our neighborhood.
Yeah, so carpool, yeah, for sure.
Like from our neighborhood. We played with our friends. We played with people we went to school with. We played with people that we came home to. For high school, and busing changed it. So circa 1970, 1971, where I was taken out of my neighborhood and put in a going to school on the other side of the county. But I still played ball with my friends at home.
Right.
And it was weird. And it built some things. But I knew the people, my relation. I'm still friends with everybody I played Little League with.
Sure.
Like that part gets missed. That the longevity and all that stuff, that you can let travel ball and all the other stuff, because you're taking your kids away from their friends.
Yeah.
Because not all friends are built the same.
Right.
But we figured out how to win together.
Yeah.
And that was way more important than me going to travel ball and winning with some strangers.
Right.
Or some people that I only saw on the weekend. Right. That wasn't what it was about.
Travel ball changed it because, and it based on where you're at. Like up in Minneapolis, you don't need to go play for clubs because got enough athletes and good players, so it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
So we, I could roll with my squad and do that, and we'd be fine. Or when back then we only had 2 AAU teams in the whole state.
Right.
Like now they had, like up in Minnesota, they got their own AAU league throughout the whole state. You know what I mean? And primarily they got a few club teams, but then they have AAU with their high school teams because of the competition so good. I think around here, when it comes to club basketball, it's two things. You got some parents that are living their life vicariously through their kids, and they can go to work and say, my kid plays for this and we beat a team by 30. Then you got some that are doing more with less. Then you got some that are building up from the ground up. And then again, they're the other team that like they go accumulate all the really good kind of young dogs where they're way ahead of everybody else, because everybody's just kind of going from the backyard to playing organized, and they're beating the brakes off everybody. Then it starts to even out. And then you got some that are grandfathered into these certain teams, and there's politics there as well. You know what I mean? Where they'll lowball or kind of like low talk kids that aren't in their program to coaches and stuff. And there's a whole bunch of things systematically going on. And now that probably happens all the time, but it's magnified when there's money involved and there's clubs involved.
Yeah, I mean, to identify what the community says is right.
The community can say something,
right?
But when that money's talking, they don't care.
But we've always said that in sports, in life, that money decisions versus what's good for the community decisions aren't always tied in the same thing.
Yeah,
access and power and resource is the thing. But look, I can tell you, my part of the county was a poor part of the county of Arlington County relative to for Arlington County.
Yeah.
Fairfax County, Arlington County, two of the richest counties in the country. But we were from the poor side of that. And what happened was that these athletes from the poor area were beating the rich developed teams. And so what did they start to do? They start pulling players from the poor area and say, hey, listen, hey, Mom.
Yeah.
You want Burger King after every practice? Like, we can send him home with some food.
Yeah.
And I remember those conversations. Like, I remember the conversations. My being recruited and having a coach tell my grandmother, hey, listen, I'll make sure he's delivered to your door. I will pick him up from your door. I will deliver him back to your door on time, on purpose. And then he made the mistake of saying, well, we'll feed him too. And you can't say that to a black grandmother, because she was like, hey, you ain't gonna feed him no better than I would. So never mind.
Yeah.
But this is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
On the high school level, that people are finding the boundaries and then they're working within them. And then sometimes they're working beyond it. And Lincoln and the state of Nebraska really is going to have an interesting discussion this offseason.
Oh, here's a really good thing right here. And this is also very telling here. And this is also, but also I will say that there's a way around it, because there's plenty of fields that could be available at the senior high schools. Not one Lincoln Junior High has a practice or has a football practice field. That means they can't play there either.
How is that possible?
Now, it's landlocked, and that's fine, right? But you could still play those.
But how? How is that?
They probably never thought Lincoln was going to get past 50,000 people.
See, this is what in Houston. So the woodland, but in the woodlands, damn, yeah, in the woodlands.
I mean, seriously,
in the woodlands,
your boy got a punky head on there.
Yeah. In the woodlands, they have elementary.
Oh yeah,
they have a league for elementary football in the school that you go to. So the program that I was in, we had from 4th grade on up, all the way up, and every school had their own.
Yeah.
And they built the space. They said, listen, there's farmland here. Don't tell me that you don't have the room, and don't tell me that you don't have the resources. It makes perfect sense that this stuff should happen. And that, to me, if you took that statement and made it the priority for 2026, you would find people who would make sure that Lincoln kids had what everybody else has.
Yeah, football-wise, for sure. And then every Omaha Public junior high does it.
Oh, man.
But I still think there's a way around it even in the meantime, because it does take time to get codes and stuff passed and all that. All jokes aside, not 50,000, but I think
you wild though. Yeah, you wild for that.
Yeah, but I mean it's
That's
a thing.
crazy.
But dang,
it's a thing.
come on.
How is that?
You just got to get more. I mean, it's so many moving pieces because it starts at the youth level. It starts at then you can't skip you don't have middle school because that's down at the Lincoln Youth Football. But then I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna tell you this from experience. I hate that we're going long. And I tried to tell a local Lincoln basketball coach this, and he looked at me like I was stupid. I said, "Listen, bro, I coach these dudes. You get these dudes 6 days a week during the season, during the basketball season. You got 2 games in 4 practices. So you give them 6 days a week. I barely get these dudes 6 hours. All right. Now they're paying money to play for me, but they going to school to play for you. And I pointed at him just like Garrett Cole pointed at that dude to get that ball last night. And he looked at me. He's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "I don't know why this is that they should be playing harder for me because their parents are playing, but they're here because they got to deal with their peers. So you have to understand your first impression on these kids coming from a competitive nature in club basketball with a competitive coach and everything that they've had to earn, you better be on point. Because they will sniff out some BS right from the get-go." And he looked at me like he's still looking. Now, granted, you can have a couple little run, year run and all that, but dude, you better get out here and beat the pavement. Don't walk around here with your hat down like you somebody, man. Like, dude, I'll pop that hat up and get your butt out here and watch these kids. And you better be with these kids from the start to the finish, because these kids want to play for you. And they spend a lot more time with you.
That was the whole point of the Woodlands, was that we saw them every day early. We knew their families, we knew the older brothers, we knew the older sisters, we knew whatever it was. We knew everything about them. And it helped us build them and develop them. That's where the success came from. And these weren't even the best athletes. It's that thing I was telling you about. We went down look, these are kids, they had to be the 50th smartest boys just to get into school.
Right.
That age. Right? So we weren't getting the best athletes.
Right.
We got the best students and people with $35,000 a year in tuition money.
Right.
But my thing was, I can coach a smart kid. I can get a smart kid to play football, baseball, basketball.
Right.
That wasn't the issue.
Right.
So they didn't have to go to the big high school. They didn't have to go and move down to Katy and Allen. They didn't have to do that because they were going to get coached. But we connected with them early.
You always tell, like, a coach, and I've had this in the club, like, hey, they call you, like, "Hey, coach, I'm gonna go play for so-and-so." I'm like, "Cool, man, good luck, man. I'll see you out there, play good." Every time I see him, I'll watch him and still got a relationship with him, still text him and stuff like that. You got some coaches in Lincoln that once you don't go to their high school, they act like they can't talk to you. Bro, listen, you ain't even that serious about coaching basketball. It ain't even in your DNA. Like, that let me know you really weren't interested in coaching these kids. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what that needs to change, and that's on whoever's making those decisions. But that first impression is huge. And the reason why it's so huge, and I'll say this, and I know we went long, it's so huge because the connection from high school coaches to most club coaches isn't there. Now, it's probably gotten better. I start to see more high school coaches getting involved in the summer program, But it's mainly they trying to cherry pick on who they trying to get to their high school.
There's
really
no way. There's no way to
right.
make this.
But if you're involved in it, then therefore the first impression isn't as big because the first impression has been done 2 or 3 years ago in the previous 2 or 3 years. They already know who the hell you are. Now you're showing up in there and you got some, I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah, we'll have a great text 4424 when we get back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Rabbit Hole Bakery, located at 8th and Q in the Haymarket, is the ideal place for fresh breakfast items or desserts made daily. Cream puffs, cinnamon rolls, carrot cake, sweet potato, pecan cookies, brownies, blondies. Do I need to keep going? What about bread pudding with homemade bourbon caramel sauce? Stop by the Rabbit Hole Bakery at 8th and Q in the Haymarket today to satisfy your cravings. And if you're looking for larger group orders, they do that too. Order ahead on their website at therabbitholebakery.com today.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a happy and safe Halloween. With all the parents and kids out and about, they encourage drivers to be careful and respectful of trick-or-treaters. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank, member FDIC.
Our Nebraska public school teachers make a difference in our communities. I'm Tim Royers, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I see it every day, teachers connecting on a personal level with students and parents to support learning and growth. Our kids do better, community pride grows, Nebraska thrives. Our public schools rank in the top 10 nationally year after year. Strong public schools create strong communities.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
This is State Senator Carolyn Bozin. Public safety is important in our community. I have a proven record of protecting public safety. I have prosecuted perpetrators of domestic violence, advocated for the rights of child abuse victims, held sexual predators accountable, and fought to keep drug traffickers off our streets. This is Senator Carolyn Bozin, and I will continue to fight to keep our community safe. Vote Carolyn Bozin on November 5th. Paid for by Bozin for Legislature.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We're back. Quick segment. J Foreman, DP Austin. Do we got WTF tonight? WTF? Or is it Thursday night?
Field
Or is it Thursday night football? Anyways, right? Okay. Yeah, good talk here. We got a text here. Scott in Lincoln says this. Listen, Manzito practiced for several years on an outfield of a youth baseball complex, rundown field, and they got A, B, and C teams all in the playing of championships this weekend. So there is a way. That's a good, and it's not ideal. Now, there are other ways to go about it, and we got a really good text, and we won't get into the text because we're going to give him respect. But I will tell you this, unknown texter, I want to say your last four just because, obviously it protects you, is what he's saying is the same thing I'm saying here is okay, here's for example. And I get it when you want to win and all that. I want to win and we'll play anybody. The rules are the rules when it only pertains to certain people. And this is not just a Lincoln deal. Here's an example. I'll tell you this. We played in this Iowa Gym Rats. It's a great tournament. It's up in Des Moines. So we played this team from Des Moines. Great game. Played them up in, I think it was at one of the Elkhorn high schools. Great game. Went in triple overtime. Won, and it was sudden death. We ran this
tip-off play.
Won. Well, we were playing in this tournament the next week up and doing. It's kind of like when we would travel, right? And this is how things different. Where we played the same team that Sunday, and they were in the same tournament the following week. Well, when we played them the following week, the same team with the same coach, there's a couple new players, right? And then magically, if it's supposed to be a 4-game tournament, we end up playing 5. Magically. But what I'm saying is there will be some people are allowed to do some things roster wise at the youth level. Now that's always been happening. It's been happening when you're playing 14U and next thing you know that kid's 16. He might be in the same grade technically. He just turned 5th. He was 14 when registration started, but that was literally probably the day before registration was actually open. There's ways around all that. I just think the biggest thing is it's got to be a whole mindset change. And I'm not even talking about firing coaches, but it's got to be back to it. If you're a coach, you have to really decide what type of model you're trying to do. You're trying to give kids a chance to play sports. You win, you lose, you lose. Okay, well then you can't be mad you're down 63-0 at halftime. Or you got to get out there and find a way to develop. And it's not just when school starts. If you're trying to develop a football program, and it's a big shout out Northeast won more games than they have in probably the last 10 years. It's hard at some places, and I do understand it. But you also have to be able to start from the very, very beginning. And that's at 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. Because as fast as this football season went, the kid that you see in 6th grade will be walking through your door to get registered for high school football like that. And so that's where it starts. And yes, I understand you there, 44-24. I got your back, man. I understand it, man. You got to keep plugging away, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. You got to study tape. You got to figure out everybody has a deficiency. I know exactly what team he's talking about. Anyways, good Thursday. The picks are in. Hey, man. This is going to be the hardest I'm going to root for Jed Fish in a long time. Anyway, J Foreman, DP Austin. We'll holler at you.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through November 12th is $2 off all crackers, $2 off on grind, $3 off on salami, and buy one, get one free on stew beef. Limit of 2. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Highway 2 in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals. Located in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosson. Education is a cornerstone for strong, vibrant communities. I voted for the largest investment in education in Nebraska history. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and understand the valuable role of education in growing our community. This is Carolyn Bosson, and I will continue to support education in the legislature. Vote Carolyn Bosson on November 5th, paid for by Bosson for Legislature.
Our Nebraska public school teachers make a difference in our communities. I'm Tim Royers, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I see it every day. Teachers connecting on a personal level with students and parents to support learning and growth. Our kids do better, community pride grows, Nebraska thrives. Our public schools rank in the top 10 nationally year after year. Strong public schools create strong communities.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored